morning, everybody. Look at this gorgeous Mississippi morning. And it's about 10 after 6 a.m. I'm headed to Taylorsville, Mississippi. I stayed at the Loves there near Macomb, Mississippi last night. Left out about, I don't know, it's probably about 5:20, something like that, 5:30. Been driving about 30 or 40 minutes. My pickup appointment is for 8 a.m. and I'm on schedule to get there about 7:20, so that's what's up. I think the name of this highway is Highway 84. I took 55 north there for about maybe 20 miles, and then we headed east on this Highway 84 for about another 25 miles, and then we're going to hit a smaller highway. Yes, pretty scenery. Good old Mississippi. You know, I was just, before I hit the road this morning, I was looking over some emails, because all last night while I was parked, I wasn't able to get internet signal. Wasn't able to download anything. Emails, phone service was very splotchy. Couldn't look at YouTube. So, and my son posted a fresh video last night, so I had about 10 comments from some of you guys on there that I didn't even see till this morning. So anyway, man, pretty country through here. Now keep in mind, we're going, my work order says we're picking up a load of strand board, you know, some kind of plywood product that's going to Kansas for a Monday delivery. I'm trying to look at the name of this place. Roseburg Forest Products. Now, I've picked up at their facilities before. They make a variety of products. Usually it's kind of higher end stuff, you know. And my work order says it has to be tarped. Usually strand board does have to be tarped, but as I remember some of the other Roseburg facilities, the cool thing about them is they usually cover their products, or at least some of them, with their own wrapping, so you don't have to tarp it. So I'm kind of hoping for that this time, even though my work order says tarp. We'll see. That's kind of why I did so much repair work to that one big tarp yesterday. I mean, because it wouldn't have kept anything dry. You know, I haven't even used the second big tarp. You know, I got both of those tarps in that trailer swap I did last week when I picked up that steel building load in Atkins, Arkansas. They looked like decent tarps from the outside, just being rolled up, but you know, you can't tell. Once I unrolled that first one, it was terrible. Terrible. Anyway. Maybe I can, well, if I have them, I was going to say I could swap them out when I get to North Little Rock for the weekend, but not if they're on the load. Alright folks, well I'll see you when I get to Roseburg Products. Alright folks, so I just scaled into this place. Really, it's kind of confusing coming in here because this facility is a Georgia Pacific facility. All the signage so far is Georgia Pacific, like you might can see on this little sign to the right. But I just scaled in. There's lots of incoming log trucks coming through here. I'm the only flatbed I've seen. Let me let this, here's an empty one coming out. I got a log yard here to the left where incoming loaded log trucks are waiting to get unloaded. Then here's an empty one coming, approaching me. So, but I scaled in, checked in. You have to give him your license plate or your driver's license, your truck license plate number, and your trailer license plate number. And he told me to curve around here to the left past the log yard, he called it, to the second loading dock. So that's what we're trying to do. There's a pretty drive up here. Beautiful country. Looks like a pretty big facility back here. Alright, so geez. There is a lot of timber industry back here in this part of Mississippi. I can think of a couple other facilities. I've picked up some lumber over in this area, Forest, Mississippi, for one. Okay, let's see. Here's a sign. Okay, I see a sign up here by these two small trees. It says Roseburg particle board plant. So guess that's where I'm supposed to go. Alright, so now there's a sign up here to the right that says Roseburg Shipping Office. Alright, so I'm gonna, there's a car behind me trying to get by, so I'm gonna wave her by. And I'm gonna just stop right here and try to check in, see where I'm supposed to be. Okay everybody, so I had to take the scale ticket they gave me when I checked in and go over here to the left. There's a little shipping office, and they told me to back into door number 2. You can see they got 6 bays here, so I'm gonna kind of do a little U-turn here and position myself to back into door number 2. You see there's a truck here in door number 3. for you to maneuver out here. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. I'm anxious to see what kind of product we're getting here. There's a forklift driver in the very rear of this bay. It's so dark back there though I can hardly see. Alright, let me get out and see where he wants me to position. Okay guys, so I just started getting loaded. My friendly loader here, Terry, is just started working on things. This is, I don't think I've ever hauled this size of particle board before. This stuff looks like it's like 2 feet wide, maybe 2.5 feet wide. 30 and a quarter, maybe 30 and a quarter inches wide, 3/4 inches thick, and 97 inches long. 2, 4, 6, which is probably, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, I don't know, like 8.5 feet long. So anyway, that's how it's working. I'm assuming this will be 2 layers high, but I don't know. So as you can see, he's got 3 sections across the trailer. And yeah, I would assume this is going to be 2 stacks high. I'll try to ask him when I get a chance. So Terry, is this going to be 2 stacks high? Okay. A nice rectangle?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
30 foot.
30 foot long on the trailer and 2 stacks high. That'll be pretty easy. Throw straps and then 2 lumber tarps. Oh, so I see he's gonna, looks like he's gonna have just 2 sections, 2 stacks on the top layer. He's probably gonna take this one around to the other side. Huh, interesting. So I'll put 3 straps over each section. Tell Terry is an experienced forklift loader, pretty smooth with his moves. At least that's what I read on the bathroom wall in there. Oh boy. He's making sure he's got them sitting good and kind of touched up against each other. Okay, so I'm thinking we're gonna have 4 sections like that. I don't know, you know, he might, I don't know how many I'm getting, so I'm just guessing, but it could be that some of the stacks are made of 6 instead of 5. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Okay, you can see that other truck that was pulled in before me has not yet started loading, so you never know. Maybe he had a loading appointment after mine, even though he was backed in here first. All right, so that's what's going on. Okay, guys, still getting loaded, but the product Terry's loading on there now is longer than the first section he loaded. I'd say the new stuff he loaded is more like, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 12 foot long. But I'm glad to see he's still putting just 2 stacks on top. So this other driver that's parked over here, I was out talking to him a minute ago, and he picks up here a lot. But he was saying that the way it works here is once he gets the product loaded, they'll roll plastic over the load, and then I'll throw my straps over, and then they've got one of these tarping machines, tarping cranes. You know, there's the remote control for it, or hand control. It's not really remote. And then we'll drape our 2 big lumber tarps over the load. So, and supposedly we do it all from in here. So that's cool. So that's where we are. Okay guys, let me show you where we're at. All right, so I'm loaded. Got the plastic sheeting draped across the load. And I got straps tightened down, so I'm ready to get my big tarps up there. There's Terry the loader. So that's what she looks like. I got, this is like I don't know, 8.5 feet or something in the front, 3 straps. This stuff is more like 12 feet, 10 feet, I forget. 3 straps. And then this is another 12-foot section back here. I got 4 straps over it. So let me get my tarps draped out and secured, and we'll be done here. All right, folks. Well, I'm loaded, secured, tarped, got my shipping documents, and we're headed back to the scale house. Special thanks to Terry back there for getting me loaded promptly. They got 3 or 4 trucks in there now getting loaded. So I guess me and that other fellow were first loads of the morning. So they bring in the pine trees, mulch them up, make particle board. At least that's what I can tell. Oh, so GPS says from here back to the Maverick North Little Rock yard, which is what I call home, it's 6 hours and 13 minutes. I'll be cutting east across, well, I got to go up to Jackson, Mississippi, and then cut west on 20, probably over to Vicksburg, and then head up through Louisiana, the northeast corner of Louisiana, into Arkansas, probably down there around Lake Village, and then up towards North Little Rock. So it's supposed to be a 6 hour and 13 minute trip, and I've got 8 hours of drive time, so we should be good. Let's let this Evergreen truck make the turn. Bumpy enough road, that's for sure. Okay, let's Still got log trucks coming in out there. Man, I guess that's a constant process. Alright, so we got to just kind of alternate through on the scale here, get out, so it might take a few minutes. Alright, well, that's about all I got for this place. Okay folks, thought I'd show you a view of the scale house now that you can see it. So basically you got to pull up onto the scale, park, and then go over to the right where you see that fella in the orange shirt. And I've got a couple of pieces of shipping documents here that I'm supposed to give to them.